Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about DAROLD by ASAP Ferg, aka DAROLD Ferg. Um, DAROLD is a crazy first name, but ASAP Ferg, 11.8 million monthly listeners on Spotify out of Harlem, obviously rolling with the ASAP mob. Has some pretty big songs, I'd say, with Plain Jane, Ride with the Mob, Alhamdulillah. Pretty unique, or not unique, pretty standout voice, standout flow. I think when you hear Ferg on a song, it's pretty easy to identify him. I'm on a new level, he's got some pretty decent energy songs. This is going to be his sixth studio album. I think 2016 was when his blowout was with this Always Strive and Prosper album. So he's been in the game for over 10 years. I've been an ASAP member for over 10 years as well. Obviously with ASAP Rocky and ASAP whoever with the lean colored eye, rolling with those New Yorkers over yonder. But to get into the album, 12 songs, 40 minutes, a great sample size, and a lot of features as well. The first song alone has Didi Osama, Bloody Osiris, Soul to Soul, and the Alumni Ensemble of Harlem. Then we've got Dapper Dan, we've got Future, Denzel Curry, Coco Jones, Black Pearl, BLKPRL, Elmine, Mary J. Blige, Elmine again, Mary J. Blige again, and Shay Rock, and Nicki Nelms. So a mixture of big names and some not big names to me anyway. But again, 12 songs. It's a pretty solid sample size. Not too much, not too little. But to get into the notes, starting from the top, I think Light Work was cool. There's a lot going on, and then the beat just goes kind of too crazy for me. And then it just kind of sounds like that Give Me the Light song by Ice Spice. It's a lot. Some of it is good, some of it is not good, but it's a very interesting, loud song. And then we get into Thought I Was Dead, which was simple and cool. And then Alive kind of starts super hard, and then it has a beat switch, and it just completely kills the mood in my opinion. So I didn't really agree with that decision. And then we go into Allure with Future, and that's a classic Ferg and Future combination, just what you'd expect when you see those two names on paper. Just a nice rapping song. Same thing with Demons. He's got Denzel Curry. Again, what you'd expect for Ferg and Curry to be on together. Both of them do a good job of just matching energies and just making some, solid rap. And then we get into Messy. I don't really like Messy at all. I don't think it's very good. And then French Tips with Coco Jones is a classic rap and R&B hook with the female vocals for the chorus. It's simple. It's good. It's a safe song, And then we get into Dead Homies. I don't think that sounds very good at all, to be honest. And then Casting Spells is a cool personal song. I don't think anybody would replay it. That's one of those songs that you put on the album because you need it for yourself, and it just feels like a song that is, about you're just celebrating yourself. It's not bad, but I wouldn't listen to that again. And then Pool is obviously not a normal track. Again, no replay value. Very honest and very open. If you go listen to it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But it's not something that anybody's going to be listening to on a normal basis. And then you have Chosen. I don't think that was too good. And then you have DAROLD, which, again, same with the beginning track. It started off kind of hot, and then he just starts switching his flow up crazy. And I don't think that new flow is a good flow. But to get into the grades after those notes about the songs itself, I did give it a 7 for production. There's nothing out of this world. There are moments where it doesn't sound good, and I don't agree with the decisions, like Alive. But there's nothing that's mind-blowing to get it back over a 7, but there's nothing that's just bad that brings it under a 7. So just general 7, I think, is fine. For vocals and lyrics, I did give it 3.5 for both. Again, he has a pretty unique sound, and it's a pretty standout sound, so you're able to know when Ferg is rapping. But especially with the flow at the end of DAROLD and things like that, I just think when he tries to play with other sounds, I respect him for trying. I just don't think it sounds good. And then 3.5 for lyrics, because there are moments where he's really, you know, talking about what he wants to talk about, which I appreciate, but there's nothing groundbreaking or even just that good to get it above a 3.5. So 3.5 for both. For cohesion, I did give it an 8. Not bad. Not bad. Originality, I did give it a 7. There was nothing that made me blow out my seat for. Pretty simple ideas overall, especially something like French Tips, where it's just simple ideas. Light work alone for originality does show signs of something that's a little bit more than just your classic run-of-the-mill rap album, but there was nothing else that really stood out that made me feel like this was some new sonic attempts. And then for quality and care, I did give it an 8. A song like Pools really kind of brings that grade up. And again, with him trying to have different flows and different voices, I do want to give him credit for that. And the general vibe is, again, it's 12 songs, only 40 minutes. He's not forcing a lot of music. He's not trying to do too many things. And I think that takes some maturity and care as well, especially when you have nothing to lose. You can kind of just put out whatever you want. But it seems like he cared a solid amount, and so I gave him an 8 for care. But for a 7, a 3.5, a 3.5, an 8, a 7, and an 8, that does bring this album to a 74. I think that's more than fair, a straight C. You can listen to this album front to back and feel okay. There's not too many replayables for me, but there's not too many skips either. If you like A$AP Ferg, go check it out. If you don't like A$AP Ferg, you're not missing out on anything. But it's a solid attempt at being more than just a background rapper in your group led by A$AP Rocky. But that's DAROLD, A$AP Ferg. I'll see you in the next one.